Have you heard what Ray J is saying now about Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner? People online are digging up receipts from almost 20 years ago like detectives, and Ray J is basically saying the story everyone believed about that infamous tape might not be the real story at all. And listen to this part. He's straight up claiming Kim and Kris lied under oath.
I never leaked anything. The family on the other side are great strategists. I was a victim, yo.
Well, how did that happen?
I'm just a victim, yo. I'm a victim of like coercion. What is it called?
Coercion?
Yeah, like I was a victim, yo. Every day I feel worse and worse. I feel naked.
Even people who weren't following celebrity gossip in the early 2000s still know about that tape with Kim Kardashian and Ray J. It became one of those moments everyone remembers. And the timing back then, oh wow. That tape situation blew up right before the Kardashian empire took off and became the massive brand it is today. That's why the backstory matters so much, especially for anyone who doesn't know how this whole thing started in the early 2000s. So back then, Kim Kardashian was not the huge global celebrity she is now. Not even close. She was known in some Los Angeles social circles and had a few celebrity connections, sure, but the average person didn't really know her name yet. At that time, she was dating Ray J, who already had some fame because of his music career and also because he's the younger brother of singer and actress Brandy Norwood. Now, according to Ray J, during their relationship, they recorded private videos together while traveling. He says some of those recordings happened on vacations, like trips to Cabo and Santa Barbara. Just personal couple footage, that's how he describes it. But then one of those tapes somehow ended up being released publicly through the adult entertainment company Vivid Entertainment. And listen, this thing spread everywhere before social media even worked the way it does now. It became a huge scandal almost overnight. The story people kept hearing was that the tape had been leaked by someone else and that Kim Kardashian was the victim in the situation. That version of events quickly became the narrative the media repeated, right before the Kardashian reality show arrived and everything changed. Then, Keeping Up with the Kardashians premiered and boom, the whole Kardashian family turned into worldwide celebrities almost overnight. Their names were everywhere. The show was huge and the brand just kept getting bigger and bigger. But now, jump to today, and Ray J is saying the story people heard back then is not the real version at all. According to what he recently told reporters, a lot more was happening behind the scenes than the public ever knew. Ray J is claiming Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner were way more involved in the situation than they ever admitted publicly. And he's also saying that now they're denying things that he believes absolutely did happen behind closed doors. And this is where it gets really interesting. Ray J says he personally sat in a room with Kim Kardashian, Kris Jenner, and executives from Vivid Entertainment to talk about the tape and a possible deal connected to releasing it. Yes, that's the claim he's making. That's a huge statement because for years, the public story was that Vivid got the tape from some outside third party and that Kim wasn't involved in arranging the release at all. But Ray J says that version is completely wrong. According to him, there were actually multiple tapes recorded during their relationship. He claims there were 3 recordings in total. So Ray J says there were actually 3 recordings total. 2 were filmed while they were on vacation in Cabo, and another one was recorded in Santa Barbara. And here's the part that really has people talking. Ray J claims that when the tape deal happened, both he and Kim ended up getting paid around $400,000 each connected to the release. Now just think about that for a second. If what he's saying is accurate, that would completely change how people look at that whole situation from back then. And that's exactly why the internet is buzzing right now. because this version sounds very different from the story everyone heard for years. But wait, it gets even more interesting. Ray J also claims Kris Jenner was there during discussions about the tapes and that there was an actual conversation about which recordings should be released. According to him, they talked about which one would bring the most attention. And he says the Santa Barbara tape was the one chosen because it was considered the most attention grabbing. Now, to be clear, these are Ray J's allegations about what happened, but you can probably see why people online are reacting so strongly. Because if someone made statements under oath that weren't accurate, that could carry serious legal consequences. And that's the point Ray J keeps bringing up right now. He's basically asking, if someone knowingly says something untrue under oath, shouldn't there be consequences for that? So Ray J even asked a very direct question about the whole situation, and honestly, it caught a lot of people's attention. He basically said, if someone lies under oath like that, aren't there supposed to be penalties like fines or some kind of legal consequences? That's the question he keeps putting out there right now. And all of this is tied to a much bigger legal fight happening between both sides. Because back in October, Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner filed a lawsuit accusing Ray J of defamation. In simple terms, they're saying he spread claims that they believe damaged their reputations, but Ray J didn't just stay quiet after that, not at all. He fired back by filing a countersuit of his own. His argument is that Kim and Kris broke a previous agreement that supposedly stopped everyone involved from publicly talking about the tape in the first place. So now this whole thing has turned into lawsuits, countersuits, old accusations popping back up again, and the internet trying to piece everything together from something that happened nearly 20 years ago. And this is where Ray J says things get personal for him. He explains that one big reason he's speaking out now is because he's a father. He has a son and a daughter, and he says he doesn't want them growing up believing a story that makes it seem like he tried to harm someone or release private footage out of revenge. According to him, that's not how things happen. Ray J says the way the story has been told for years just isn't accurate. And he really doesn't want his kids growing up thinking their father did something malicious or cruel. That's a big reason he says he's speaking up now. And honestly, people online are talking about that part a lot too. Some people say they understand why he'd want to clear his name if he truly believes the public story isn't what really happened. From that point of view, they think anyone would want to correct the record, especially when their children might one day hear those stories. But other people feel the complete opposite. They're saying the situation is so old that bringing it back up now just reopens old wounds for everyone involved. And the story doesn't stop there either. Ray J is also getting very public support from someone extremely close to him, his mother, Sonia Norwood. She went on social media and defended her son while also raising a big question of her own. Her point was very direct. She basically asked that if Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner truly had nothing to do with the tape being released, then who was responsible? That question right there is exactly why this whole situation keeps coming back up again. Because depending on which side people believe, the story of how that tape reached the public could sound completely different. So online right now, people are seriously split about this whole thing. Some are fully believing Ray J's version of events and saying the Kardashian brand has always thrived on controversy and huge media attention. That's their argument, and they're standing by it. But then there's another group saying Kim has already talked about this topic many times over the years, and they feel like bringing it up again now is completely unnecessary. So you've basically got two very loud camps online, both convinced they know exactly what really happened. And honestly, situations like this are rarely as simple as people want them to be. These events happened a long time ago, and the details have been argued over, debated, and questioned for nearly 2 decades now. But one thing nobody can deny is this: people are still talking about it today. That alone shows how big that moment was for celebrity culture and reality television. It left a mark that clearly hasn't faded. And with legal action involved now, there's always the possibility that more details could come out if courts keep reviewing the claims from both sides. Whether Ray J's allegations actually lead to anything legally is something we'll have to wait and see. But right now, the conversation is heating up again, and the internet definitely has strong opinions about who's telling the truth and who isn't. Okay, but now I'm curious what you think about all of this, because seriously, this whole situation has people arguing everywhere right now. Do you believe Ray J when he says there was way more happening behind the scenes? Or do you think the version of the story that's been told for years is probably the accurate one? I need to hear your take on it. Go ahead and drop your thoughts down in the comments because people have very strong opinions about this whole thing. I'm already seeing debates all over the internet about who people believe and who they don't. All right, tell me what you think, and I'll catch you in the next video.